Hi everyone, welcome to online lecture series by Rajagiri School of Engineering and Technology. I'm Chessa Michael from Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering. Today we can discuss about the topic scheduling, which is part of fifth module of the course EC308 Embedded System. The course is for the sixth semester BTech Electronics and Communication Engineering. We are studying the subject embedded system, and we know the basics of embedded system, what are the things inside the embedded system, etc. And we have studied all these things in the previous module. And we know the operating system is a part of any embedded system. An operating system will be having a lot of functions. One such function is scheduling. So scheduling means a proper selection of the process for execution by the CPU, and that particular selection of the process is done with the help of scheduler of the operating system. So scheduling is nothing but the process of selection of a particular process for execution to meet the objective of a particular embedded system or any such type of system. The objective can be the response time, throughput, etc. In other words, we can say scheduler is the program responsible for allotting a process to the CPU whenever the CPU is in the idle state. Scheduling algorithms are mainly classified into two basic types, preemptive type and non-preemptive type. Preemptive type means, as we know, something the process while the CPU is executing a particular process, if something happens, that execution can be interrupted. That is called preemptive. And in non-preemptive means all the process will be executed in an uninterrupted manner. So whenever a CPU is executing a process, that process execution will be completed by the CPU. That is called the non-preemptive. So the scheduling algorithms are basically classified into these types. One is called the preemptive, other one is called the non-preemptive. The preemptive mode, process would be taken away from the processor, or the execution of the process will be stopped if any one of the following events occur. Either the timeout, that is time allocated for that particular execution of the process is finished, or if the timeout occurs, or the second case is the arrival of a new process with higher priority. We know the processes will be allocated with different priority levels. It can be higher priority process or lower priority process, etc. And while executing a low priority process, if some other high priority process comes, the CPU will stop the execution of the current low priority process. That is called the preemption. That is also called preemption. So we can discuss about the algorithms that work under the preemptive scheduling. First one is called the round robin. Second one is shortest remaining time, and third one is called the priority. Round robin scheduling means in that particular scheduling, each process will be allocated with a particular time for execution, and the transfer of execution will be done in a circular manner. And for example, if there are 4 tasks, each one is allocated with 2 millisecond execution time, then task 1 will be executed for 2 millisecond. After 2 millisecond, the execution of task 1 will be stopped for a particular moment, and it starts execution of the second task. It executes for 2 millisecond, then task 3 will be executed, like that. It goes in a circular manner. That is called round robin scheduling. Second one is the shortest remaining time. The shortest remaining time execution, the process which is having the shortest time which is remaining for execution will be executed first. The third one is called the priority. So all the process will be given a particular priority level, and the priority, according to the priority only, the CPU will take the process for execution. The CPU will execute the process or task which is having higher priority. Then it goes to the second priority level, third priority level, and then the least priority level, etc. So that is called the priority preemptive scheduling algorithm. The non-preemptive mode, the process would be taken away from the processor if any one of the following events occur. That is, first one is the completion of execution. If the execution, that particular process is executed fully, so that is called the completion. And second one is at that particular moment it requires some input-output devices or input-output operation for the completion. Then also the processor will be stopping the execution. And third case is it executes a system call. So whenever a system call happens, nothing can be done by the CPU. So that is called a system call. So only these three cases are there for in the non-preemptive mode, in such a way that the process would be taken away from the processor. In other ways, the processor will complete the execution of the particular task or process. Next, we can discuss about some of the algorithms that work on the non-preemptive scheduling method. First one is the first come first serve, second one is shortest job first, and third one is again the priority. So first one is first come first serve, means whenever the CPU is executing some process, all the process will be coming in a particular order. So whichever process is coming first, that will be executed completely by the processor. That is called non-preemptive scheduling, which is having first come first serve basis. Second one is called the shortest job first. This is similar to our SRT, that is shortest remaining time, but here at the beginning itself, whichever process is having low execution time, that will be taken by the processor which for execution first. So that is called shortest job first. Third one is the priority. Again, here also the higher priority task will be executed completely by the processor, only then it goes for the lower priority. So that's all about the algorithms which are preemptive and non-preemptive, and we can discuss the problems based on this scheduling in the next presentation. Thank you.